Hello, I'm Matthew McNee. This is the fourth and final presentation on the Falkland Islands from me for OFE 2021. This one is about scaling OFE insights with innovation ecosystem platforms. And in this particular example, our IEP has the objective of prototyping digital tools that'll be meaningful for farmers. And what we're trying to do is basically scale beyond individual insights on farms through the value chain, and institutionalizing multi-party IEP is a promising way to do that. What is it? What is an IEP? It's a space for people, organisations and society to orchestrate innovation. And so we've got researchers, farmers, conservation advocates and tourism operators, fisheries development planners and the general population who could all potentially form part of any IEP process on the island. And the challenge, of course, is to be able to align interests and demonstrate value through these prototype digital tools. So how we went about it in the Falklands was we first developed a strategic plan, which was very visionary about what digital technologies could do and the way that we would go about it. And then there were informal discussions around processes, the actual prototypes, and the purpose of the prototypes. Obviously, the digital capability was an aspect, because we've already got a range of things like a digital platform on the islands that could be useful. And we also already have experiences with OFE, which can inform the sort of ideas and the things that we want to focus on. So we had 5 prototype digital tools identified through our discussions, and we arranged those in accordance to sort of interest, which is what's probably most interesting right now and feasible at the same time. And so those are a digital library, a cross-fence comparison tool, a use select tool, a remote learning and feedback application, and an abattoir data tool. And across all of those, you sort of encompass monitoring, you encompass a repository for our information and our knowledge. You have the uSelect tool, which is obviously very much about the productivity objectives of farmers. You have some learning and feedback in a way that will overcome some of the logistical issues with that. And we have an abattoir data tool, which is very much about improving transparency. So when we improve on farms, being able to see what actually happens beyond the farm gate. And so it's a first step in the vertical integration of the system. So this is all very promising, and there is good interest amongst the institutions that we're involved with across a broad spectrum, but there is pitfalls that are obstructing wider institutional acceptance, particularly at sort of higher levels of government. And the first is that to date there's low involvement of policy and decision makers in this. There's much of this is coming from people who are operating at the interface and from scientists. There's a separation of production and environmental agendas across government agencies, and we really need that to be blended. And the farmers' needs are vital to fuel the process, but they're not in Stanley with the institutions that are involved in the IEP. So these are the challenges that exist and that we seek to overcome. Thank you.